Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at two of the quarters from the United States Mint's 50-state quarter series. We're going to look at Massachusetts and we're going to look at New Hampshire, two states that are close to each other and two states whose coins also came out in the year 2000. So if we look here up here to the left, we see that's the New Hampshire U.S. quarter series, state quarter series, and down here we see the Massachusetts one. And the reason that I have four of them is that I have a D and a P from each of the sets. So let's start with New Hampshire since it's on the top, and we see that it has the Old Man of the Mountain, which was one of their state symbols. Unfortunately, shortly after this coin was made, the Old Man of the Mountain crashed in. It had been held up for years with metal supports holding up some of the Old Man of the Mountain. And if you look at it just right, it does kind of look like an old man's profile. This is no longer. However, there are still pictures of it, and it's still on the coin. So what does this say? New Hampshire, 1788. That's the year it was. It became a state. New Hampshire became a state in 1788. Live free or die. That's their motto. And then over here it says Old Man of the Mountain. Down here it says 2000, the year it was issued, in E pluribus unum. Now these coins have a reeded edge, and they are a copper nickel clad copper, so there's no silver in any of these. If we turn over to the front, we see it's George Washington facing to the left, and it says United States of America at the top, In God We Trust behind him, liberty under his chin, and $quarter here. And then way down underneath there, we actually can see some initials, and the engraver on the front was John Flanagan, JF, and William Cousins. And the engraver of the back was just William Cousins. So you see the JF, which came from the original Washington quarters, and then the WC for William Cousins. Then over here we can see the D, and that's the Denver Mint mark. If we go to the other one, the other New Hampshire one, we see that it has a P, and that is the Philadelphia Mint mark. And if we turn it over on the back, we see it's the same back, except I should show you down here underneath it says WC for William Cousins. And so these two coins are the Denver and the Philadelphia Mint from 2000, the year 2000. They were also made, coins were also made at the San Francisco Mint. They made 4 million, but those are all proof coins. So you shouldn't get one of those in general circulation. If you do, it's worth, $1 to $2, but it should still be in plastic and it should be in a proof set, or it should, and it has a different kind of front on it. So these aren't proof coins and are not worth much. They made 673 million at Philadelphia and 496 million at Denver. So when you get 1.1 billion of anything, it reduces their collector value. Now let's look at the Massachusetts coin. And the Massachusetts coin again came out in the year 2000. We have a D here for Denver, a P here for Philadelphia. And if we flip this one over, we see that it says Massachusetts at the top, 1788. And why is this 1788, New Hampshire 1788? Because Massachusetts and New Hampshire were two of the original 13 colonies. So the original 13 colonies came together in 1788. So they both became parts of the United States in the same year as part of the original 13 colonies. Over here we see it says the Bay State. If we look at the figure on here, we see the Minuteman from the American Revolution, and then we see a profile. This is what the shape of the state of Massachusetts looks like, and over here the Bay States, that's their nickname. So unlike the New Hampshire one, where it had the motto, Massachusetts has their nickname, and then they have one of the things they're very famous for. And we see down here, we see Cape Cod, and then we see Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard down here as the islands. Year 2000, it says E pluribus unum. Again, these are copper nickel clad copper, and again we have the Denver and the Philly Mint, and this pretty much the same as the New Hampshire quarters. The Denver Mint, 535 million. The Philadelphia Mint, 628, almost 629 million. So we have about 1.1 billion of each of these. So when we put all these coins together, we see that we have, there were 2 billion of 2.2 billion between the two states. And so neither one of these states is ever going to be very valuable for a regular circulated coin unless you find a defect. And there are a few defects with these coins, so don't not look for them. It's just that they're very few and far between, and you're probably not going to find any. So my advice to you on these coins, if you have them like this, get one of each. Get one Denver and one Philadelphia for each state and for each year if you're collecting circulating coins. And if you have the money, get a proof coin too. And after that, spend them. Have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel.